Does that work now? Hello, can you hear me? Wow, it's been a while. Hopefully you can hear me. So welcome. I had my microphone muted, so that was clever of me, wasn't it? I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing okay. Thank you, Terry. Hello, Terry. Yes, it's been a little bit crazy. And my internet's, everything's breaking down at the same time as what happens with life. So yes, life is crazy all over the place, but that's what it is. But I want to talk about a duggar down under. There has been a duggar that has been around Australia, believe it or not. He's been in Victoria. He's been in my neck of the woods. In fact, James Duggar has been very close to me, and I didn't know it. But now he's in Queensland and living it up. And the Sun in the US have actually been updating the world on this. So I thought we'd look at the Sun article first of all, and then we'd look at some videos from his social media. And then before the headline vultures accuse him of doing certain things, I'll then explain about Australian culture and why some of the stuff he's doing is an Australian experience. So, plus and ultimately I am procrastinating. I'm procrastinating over an assignment that I should be writing. So here we go. So the Sun says, trouble down under. James Duggar caught breaking rules as he hits the beach on his Australian getaway. And fans call him out. Whoa. So it says, James Duggar has shared a new video of his trip down under, and it looks like he is getting a little bit too comfortable. Now, there have been reports that he has been having a holiday with some gorgeous women. Good luck to him, I say. Good on him. And he posted a clip from his Australian vacation on his Instagram feed. He's actually the passenger. This picture shows he's the passenger, by the way. He's not driving. He's the passenger. And then there's another picture. They're saying there's 5 pictures. It says fans in the clips he shared, fans have been getting all hot and bothered because he's been breaking his father's rules. In the clip, James appears to be taking a road trip with several friends, 2 of whom are women. He shared footage of his vehicle and several others driving on the beach. As the clip goes on, the Counting On star showed off more of his group, which included more women. Hello, Bo. This piqued the interest of Duggar fans because unwed children in the family are not allowed to spend time with people of the opposite gender without supervision. James' father, Jim Bob, instilled strict Christian values in his children, and he required them to be chaperoned while dating. Well, here's the question. Here's my thing. How do we know that he isn't being chaperoned on this trip? Hey, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just throwing it out there. Fans on social media could not help but notice James didn't have a chaperone on his vacation. Is the chaperone supposed to wear a big sign that says, I'm the chaperone? Oh dear. One said, how did you get away with traveling with girls unchaperoned by your father? I know, Bo, isn't it scandalous? Huh. Wait till some of those fans see what some women wear on the beach in Australia. I mean, good for you, but they must be loosening the apron strings. To which someone else replied, because he's male, of course. Another said, look, like the Duggar men get more freedom. There were several critics who wondered how James could afford to go on this trip. He goes around the world to mess around and got found. But here's the other thing. Here's my other thing is, yeah, they want to know. And then it says, in a previous video, James was seen with a mysterious woman. Australian woman. He just wasn't seen with a woman. An Australian woman. An Australian woman. Dear me. Imagine being seen with not just a woman, but an Australian woman. Yeah, making light of this because, you know. One appeared to be the same age as James. The video showed him hanging out with 4 women. One of them appeared to be the same age as James, but the other 3 seemed to be the woman's younger sisters. So again, my question is, if you're not alone with a woman, you would then, anyway. They were all dressed and prepared for the rainy day ahead of them. The TLC personality shared some more scenes, which from his adventure, including a lighthouse, rocky beach, and waterfalls. Jim, Bob, and Michelle have banned their children from living in or visiting major cities while growing up, but that hasn't been working out for them. James has been documenting his many foreign trips, including previous trips to London and Italy. Several of the daughters have also left the family home to move to larger cities because they're adults. It says, this captain says, James was spending time with women without a chaperone. So my question is, but there's a bloke in the car. There's a bloke there. Yeah, there's a bloke in the car. So how do we know? It's not as if he was alone. There's another bloke there. And then it says, James has done this before when he spent time with a mysterious girl. Whoa, mystery girl. And again, he's not alone with her. There's other people around. So I thought, well, why don't we go to his Instagram page? Because, you know, let's go and have a look. So we're going to go have a look at Instagram. And Instagram page is very interesting. Now, I've noticed, so I'm not going to mention a certain person's name for fear of, you know, summoning up whatever. But this hasn't been spoken about by a certain person. So let me just have a look. So this is the first video that's posted on there. It says, Grasmere, Victoria, Australia. James Duggar, thanks for the photo. Look at that beautiful, look at that picture. Isn't that beautiful? Now, I had to look at where Grasmere was, I have to say, because I didn't know. I figured it was in Victoria because that's where I live, and I figured it had to be country Victoria. So Grasmere is a place in country Victoria, and it's mainly a pastoral, it says a rural residential locality 10 kilometres north of Warrnambool and located in a west loop of the Mary River. And so here is some history on it. But they mainly do, it's mainly grazing land, so they're farmers. Says Baptist and Presbyterian churches opened up, and it continues to be a grazing and dairy area. It has a hall, a church, and a school, and takes pupils from beyond Grasmere. Its enrolment in 2014 was 82. So they're saying in 2011, the population was 447 people. In the 2011 census, dairy farming accounted for 21% of employment and other farming. So it sounds like he's gone to have a pretty good time farming. So, which would account for some of the pictures. Because if a certain person got to see one of the pictures, she would actually accuse him of doing some dangerous stuff. But again, that's what they do on private land. What the rules are for public is different if you're on your own land. So here's another. So this is the photo. So there's a couple of those here. Isn't this beautiful? Look at that. You can't fault that experience. Tessie says he went down under to become a real man. So this is Victoria. This is his video. of Victoria. Take it back. This is the interesting bit. So you saw that he was riding a motorbike. It actually did not look like it was a main thoroughfare, a main road. It actually looked like it was a farming road, which it is not unusual for farmers to actually to do that. But it looks like that people are talking about the lighthouse. Now that lighthouse, there's a couple of conjectures. That looks like the lighthouse from a TV show. Oh, they're saying it's a TV show, Lighthouse. So, but that also looks like the Great Ocean Road. Part of that. Yeah, the lighthouse in the video is from Griffith Island to Port Fairy, which is Griffith Island to Port Fairy, which is, again, around that Grasmere area. So, he's gone to some great places. So this is Griffith Island in Port Fairy. So it's in, so let's have a look. But he's left there now. He's somewhere else. He's gone to another part of Australia. He's having a great time. So this is Griffith Island. So it's an oasis in the heart of town. So it supports a number of native animals. So this is Griffith Island. With its colony of sheer water seabirds, winding pathways, spectacular lighthouse at the eastern tip. It's a great place to explore. It supports a number of native animals. A short walk from the causeway from Martin's Point gets you onto the island. You can't have dogs with you, of course. So there's the lighthouse. And so that's the lighthouse we went and saw. And there is a whole pile of history around that. And what a great place to experience part of the splendor and the wonder of Australia. You know, isn't it beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. So he has been on Griffith Island. Okay. So James Duggar has gone from. The other thing I thought was very interesting is he got a whole seat on a plane, which I thought was interesting. Now the other interesting things is, if you look at some of those comments, there's some comments related to Josh on there. There are some comments which, you know, at the end of the day, you know, this is just my view, my opinion, is, you know, he's trying to live his life. You know, he shouldn't be bogged down with a lot of that stuff now. See there, I've noticed your family recent about Josh's appeal. Would you mind if you don't like my comment, just ignore it. So a lot of people have said, welcome to Australia. That's sort of my attitude too. Welcome to Australia. I mean, it's beautiful. So he's gone from there to Queensland. So the other thing I need to point out, just before you get all excited, because an uneducated blogger, he wasn't wearing a magpie helmet. No, I'll let this flick through. Oh, yes. You'll see that there is a bottle that's sitting there. And before you all get excited, and there would be a certain YouTuber that would be saying that he is drinking some sort of alcoholic beverage. It's called Bundaberg ginger beer. It is a staple. It's made in Queensland, and it's in a bottle, and he's obviously onto Bundaberg ginger beer, and I'll show you that picture in a minute. So as I said, he's in Queensland at the moment. So this is 2 days ago. Looks like he's having a great time. Good luck to him. Again, another lighthouse. We like our lighthouses. Well, because a lot of our stuff's on the coast. So I wouldn't be wearing shorts myself through that type of native vegetation. He looks like he's having the time of his life. Oh, look, there's a koala in the wild. I wouldn't mess with them. Their claws are deadly. All right, so have a look. This is good. Right, see here, Bundaberg ginger beer. That is a Bundaberg ginger beer. That is not alcoholic. All right, this is Bundaberg. Anyone from Australia will tell you would recognise that that's a Bundaberg ginger beer. I would just like to put that on record. Okay, Bundaberg ginger beer. I'll show you in a minute. So now we'll go on with it. What's that fire? Great time is all I can say. We're just coming in. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, that is Queensland. So he's in Queensland at the moment. And then he's got this one here. Or is that the Queensland? Yeah, that's the Queensland one. No, that's another one. Yeah, that is the same one. So yeah, he's in Queensland at the moment. So I just want to show you why certain bloggers or fan sites, or you know who I'm talking about, but I'm not saying their name. It's a staple. It's called ginger beer, but it's not ginger. It's alcohol free. Yeah, well, good luck. Yes, I said he's got friends down under. So just want to show you that it is actually ginger beer. Okay. It's what we were always had as kids, and we'd say it was beer when it wasn't beer. You know, it's called ginger beer. So this is what he had: Bundaberg ginger beer. So it's here. Okay, ginger beer, Bundaberg ginger beer. Looks like it. It really does look like it. Ginger beer. Bundaberg brewed drinks. It's alcohol free, and you know, it's sort of something that people that don't drink has always been able to drink. So it looks like. All right. It says, hold the bottle up to light and you'll see raw ginger pieces suspended throughout. Be sure to invert the bottle before opening to enjoy the full refreshing flavour. It's brewed over 3 days with real ginger, just like the original. So, yeah, that's right. Like Bo. Yeah, Bo. Like root beer isn't beer either. That's correct. So they've got the classic rigid cap, brewed with real ginger, and this is the diet version of it. So, but if you were to look at it, I mean, they've got pineapple coconut now. They've branched out into different flavors, but all the same type of bottle. Mango, a tropical mango. But they're famous for their ginger beer. So I just wanted to point that out before people started saying that he had alcohol there, because he didn't. And as I said, it's an Australian-owned company, which is pink grapefruit. Don't know, that one says 2 days. I have to say I've never tried it. I'm not really a ginger beer fan, so I don't have it as a. They do look nice, Bo. They do. So I'm not personally a fan. I don't like them as guava. As a drink, it's not my choice. But a lot of people, and they do a spiced ginger one for Christmas. Like they'll do at Christmas time, they'll do a spiced ginger. So there's a Burgundy creaming soda. Whoops. Traditional lemonade. Apparently there's zest in there, and you can invert the bottle. So they say that if you tip the bottle upside down first, you can see the lemon limes and bitters. This is the other one that's really famous. Lemon limes and bitters, again, another non-alcoholic drink. But yes, lemon lime and bitters is another famous one. But I just would like to point out, if you see anyone, so sarsaparilla, this is, I think, the closest thing that we've got to root beer, been told. So again, we've got the ginger beer. So I'm just wanting to point out that if anybody says or talks about the fact that have I tried it? No, I don't. As I said, I haven't tried it. I'm not a fan of. I think I have tried it. I always, yeah, that's not my. So this is how they brew it. So this is how they take you through to tell you how they do it. Grinding the ginger. It's fermented yeast, ginger beer, making it ready to drink. Yeah, so it's a big process. So so that's what was in the car, and this is the family. It's a family business. Based in the small Australian town that shares our name, Bundaberg. So it's actually from Bundaberg. So there's a place in Australia called Bundaberg, and the Fleming family have owned it. And there you go. So yeah, so it's come from Bundaberg. That's yeah. So that's how they brew it. Yeah, so that's what he's drinking in the car before anybody tells us that he's really breaking. Before anyone says that he's breaking the rules, and by drinking alcohol. He's not drinking alcohol at all. It's bundaberg ginger beer. So it's an Australian staple. Okay. Now, that's not to say that they don't. So these are cocktails and mocktails. So you can do it. So this is like they said, you can add rum, ginger beer, and cloudy apple juice to make an happily ever after. You can, so they do have stuff where you can, you know, add some alcohol to it and make something. So brew, ginger beer, and mocktail. And so you can get, you know, find stuff in here. And so these are their mocktails here. Ginger and peach brew. So you can submit, you know. So anyway, so then they show you that you can make all these other drinks. So mocktail with ginger beer, lemon juice, passion fruit, nectar, bitters, and garnish. So there you go. You can book a taste test. I think you can go and see. I think you can. I think you can go visit the factory. I heard that you can go visit the factory, but I don't really know because I've never really, you know. But yes, here is all of their drinks. So yeah, so that's Bundaberg. So he's just jumping on the Aussie bandwagon at the moment and really enjoying himself in Australia. Good, and I say good luck to him. I just find it very interesting how, you know, the son's gone about and saying, you know, he's breaking all these rules. He doesn't have a chaperone. And my thing is, how do we know who is the chaperone? You know, I don't know. So, and that was updated August 24. What are we? That was 2 days ago. So, as I said, good luck to James Duggar. I hope he's having a great time in Australia. Australia's a great place to holiday. I have to admit, I know nothing, nor do I care. And the thing is about Australia is that he would be, and I noticed that it's the son in the US that is actually, you know, doing all of this, because I've not seen any Australian media actually tell us that he's here, because we basically don't care. We don't really care, to be honest. We just take people as they are. Generally, we take people as they are, and if you're good to us, we're good to you, type thing. So if he's polite to everybody, they'll be polite to him. So yeah, so that's how that works. Anyway, I'm going to jump down from here. I want to thank you all for joining me and watching. Thank you, Bo, for the super sticker the other day. I haven't mentioned that. And thank you to all the members who responded about memberships. Thank you, everyone, for your amazing support and love. I'm still running around like a headless chicken at the moment, trying to work out what I'm going to do about things and life. And but anyway, if life was easy, you know, what would we do? So anyway, I want to thank you all. I'm going to try and get some videos done over the next couple of days. Will come on that will just upload at certain times. But I just noticed that there's nothing about James Duggar by the Intrepid reporter from in Minnesota. So I thought about what he's doing, and as I said, look at his Instagram, and I don't even know whereabouts in Queensland he is. There's so many great places, but it looks like he's he's definitely on the coast somewhere. It's on the coast somewhere, of course. But yeah. Anyway, I want to thank you. Look, I've been procrastinating. I've got 2,000 words to find by tomorrow, 8 p.m. for my 4,000 essay assignment. And that's about electronic conveyancing and land law, conveyancing, property issues. I don't know how land and property is transferred in other countries, but it's very interesting to see how the electronic system works in Australia and how like that it's done, where it used to take months and months and months. But look, as I said, thank you for joining me. If you could do me a favor and hit like and subscribe. Thank you for those that have purchased from my shop. I was being really inundated with orders and I really appreciate it. Yeah, I just appreciate you all. And I want to thank you all for your kind support. And I will catch you again soon. Yeah,